Hiya, it's me, Natalie, and welcome to my channel, Natalie H Nails. So yeah, let's go do some nails. Yay! Thank you for clicking on the video, very much appreciated. Hope you're all doing well, and I'm glad you're here. And yeah, I want to do some nails. Of course I do. I've got these 5 nails, and I've already given them a coat of this. It's called Pivot. So I've already given them a coat of that. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to do different things to each one, so you can see this design with this new, well, I mean it's probably not new stuff, but it's the first time I've seen it. So that's the first thing. So I'm going to use, well, I'll explain as I go along. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give this particular one well, I'm all in a tiz because my video just went to auto-put this morning. It really did auto-cart this morning. Right, relax. So for this one, I'm going to give this one a white tip, like a French, but it won't stay white. Just want to get there. I mean, if you're doing this, you could always use a guard or something to make it easier for yourself. It's just I do it like this, or sometimes I use a guard. It just depends how I'm feeling on that particular day. You know, you can make it nice and neat. And if you do go, you know, if it doesn't look quite right, you can always tidy it up with a brush. Right, yeah, that's fine. Now it doesn't have, well, it needs to be fairly neat when you're doing the French tips, and because, well, anyway, I'll show you as I'm going on. So I'll pop that in a lamp, and I'm only going to give it 30 seconds because, I'll tell you why. If my lamp decides to work today, yes it will. Because I'm going to use these pigment powders, which is why I've taken the sticky layer off these, because I only want this pigment powder to stick to the white. And I'm going to do this with all of them. And the reason for that, well, you'll see it as, I'm going to do them individually. I'll probably do 2 like this, but I won't show me doing them all. Well, of course I'm going to do them individually. I mean, I'm going to try and do them, no, I'm going to do 2 the same. I'll probably do 2 the same, 2 the same, and then 1 different. So yeah, so there's no stickiness on that, but there is on the white. So I'm using one brush. I've got a couple of brushes, but I'll use this one. I'll put some of this on. And these are all different colours. These are just the lids, by the way. They're not the actual tubs. They're over there. I just want to get it on as and where I can. Put a bit more pink here, I think. I want some of this yellow. Put this yellow bit. Doesn't matter if it's orange, as long as it's a little bit, not very yellow that at all, is it? I do have a proper brush. I use the proper brush. Here we go. This one. Let's get some of the yellow out. There we go. Well, it's still a bit orange, but it don't matter. But the main thing is to try and make sure that there's no white left. Just going to get a bit more of this green. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to push it into the white. Well, not push it in, but you know what I mean. Make sure it's not. There's no pigments showing. So it's like that. I'm going to take off any excess. Just make sure that it's all in. I don't want any of the pigment to come, to be loose, because I'm going to put It'll come to me in a minute. I'm going to put a base coat over the top of the hole now. This is where it got a bit tricky for me, and I've messed up so many times doing this, by the way, because I've not used this before, this stuff, not the pigment, the gel that I'm going to use in a moment. So I'll now put a base coat on, but I want to make sure, yeah, I want to make sure that there's no pigment loose. There's no pigment loose on that. I'll just make sure there's nothing coming. No, there's nothing coming off. No, that's fine. As long as you've got some colours on the tip of it, it should be fine. So I'll do 2 like this. Now again, I'm going to put this in for 30 seconds, but I'm only going to be focusing on the actual tip of the nail. I'll put it in. And for some reason, me doing it for 30 seconds, what I'm going to do next worked well. I did it for 60, didn't work as well. But my partner got me this pen. I'm going to use this just for a guideline for when I put the other gel on, which I'm going to use in a moment. Actually, I'll show you. It's this. It's called Crackle gel. I've used it on a couple of different nails. I've tried it. It was so good. So what I'm going to do when this nail comes out, I don't know if any of you guys have used it before. So I'm going to, because it's going to be still a bit tacky this, I'm going to kind of guide, you know, so I've got a guide for where I'm going to put the Crackle gel. Well, these are quite cool, these pens. I suppose I could have done a guard, I suppose. Could have got a guard, you know, one of them, because I've got some somewhere. This is just so I've got a guide. I mean, you can use, I've got some what are they called? Yeah, they're called guards, aren't they? I'll show you what I mean in a minute. That is just purely so I know where to put it. I'll be taking that white off. But you could use these little guard things. What are they called? Well, anyway, you know what I mean. You know, to make a French or whatever. You could use them. And they do have a fairly long one like that. So now, what I'm going to do. Now, when I use this the first time, it takes a long time to crack. So it will just look like a load of black, but be patient with it. Alright, then we'll go a little bit further in. But that white tended to help me for, that's it. Just put a little bit more on the edge over there. Yep, that's it. Now we'll leave that for a few minutes to crack. And then I'll take off the white. Wait, I'm going to have to just pull that out there because I can see it's missing a bit. But it's such a cool effect, this. I mean, I've no doubt that this has probably been out for a long time. It's just that I haven't seen it. One thing I've learnt with this as well. If you overdo it, it won't work. And you've just got to wait. I know it looks like nothing and it looks rubbish at the minute, but honestly, it's going to be one of them, trust the process. So now I'm going to do another one. Again, I'll use the white. I'll use a white again because white is easier for the pigments to really pop. I'll use white again. And I might just, I'll just go down one side with this. Just do one side. But yeah, this I suppose doing this is going to be about trusting the process. I think that's what I think anyway. But I mean, you know, it's one of them. It's trial and error when you do it. I think. Well, it has been for me. Trust me. And if you've seen how many nails there are here, because how many times I've done this, you know what I mean. Because I've done lots. And I don't know if what I'm doing is the right way of doing it. It's just that I've tried it so many times and this is the best way I've found works for me for this. And some people might like it, some people might not, but the effects of the cracking when it comes through the black, I mean, there's a, oh, by the way, oh sorry guys, sorry, by the way, there are a lot of colours. I mean, I'm using the black, but there is red. Oh, I got a set of 12 colours. I'll show you them all in a moment. And they come in a box. Now it doesn't, in the box, this was the box they came in from Temu. These cracking gels. Sorry, that way. They came, the gel nail polish, they're not gel, they're something else. But there's no, it doesn't tell you anything on here. Doesn't really give you, it just says how long they last and things like that. But it doesn't tell you how to use it. It doesn't really show you on Temu either, I don't think. But anyway, so I'll do this one. We'll do another one. I'm using the black because I think the black, for me, it showed up the most. You could see everything the most. But I think the one that I've just done might be a bit of a fill. But we'll see. We'll use some of this yellow. Some of this pink. And these colours, these pigment powders, I think I got these from Temu, and they are very pigmented. I've had them a while. Green. Don't matter if you don't use all. I mean, I think I got about 10 of them, maybe. But you don't have to use them all the colours. So I'll do that. Clean off. Take off that and just push it in. And if you can see any white bits, just again. Now, probably for this I won't need the pen, so we'll see. We shall see. I just want to make sure that there's nothing. Nope, there's nothing coming through. I've used various base coats and things, and this technique of drying it for 30 seconds has kind of helped it. I don't know why I'm doing that. Helped it. Helped? Is that the right word? Oh, I've got some bloody. Sorry guys, sorry for language. Yeah, it's not. It's come off. The base coat, curing it for 30 seconds, was the best results for that cracking thing. But it takes ages for it to crack. It does take a long time. So I suppose if you're doing a set for a client, you know, something like that, it will take a while to do. Just for the process of it, you know, cracking, you know what I mean? But yeah, and also, which I haven't, I don't know. Oh yes, I have. Yes, you've got to wait for the process for it to crack, because if you don't, when you come to top coat, I think this, well, I think this colour will just go all a bit. It won't look very nice. Where's my black again? But these are 7ml by they're only small bottles. I think it were about £12.99 for these. And like I say, I've done a few different ones in different colours, so I'll show you the different colours. But I really don't think I'll. Oh, and don't put it on too thick, because if you do, it won't look good. And if you do just go over that line, don't worry about it, because you can take off the excess with this, because it comes off really easy. So I'm not too bothered if it goes. I'd rather it didn't, but it has done now, hasn't it? So but it's fairly easy to take. But I'm not going to do anything. Well, no, better have actually, because I don't know if it'll come off so easy if I don't take it off. So I need to make sure it comes off. But it's definitely not it's not any form of gel, this, I can tell you now it's not. That's it. But straight away it does its thing. Leave that one. I'll do 2 like that. Now I have had a lot of trial and error with these. Actually, I'll just do 3, and then when we come to top coat, no, I won't. I've got 4, so 5, so I'll do 5. So this one I don't know really. Do you know what? I might just do something like this, just to make it a bit different. But I mean, if you went to like a festival or something like that, these would be great, wouldn't they? Let's just go round like that, and then I'll probably go round like that. This is going to be really awkward, this one, but it's all about trying different things, isn't it? Got to try different things. This is going to be good fun, just getting the black on it. Oh god, why do I have to make things so awkward for myself? Do you know what? And we'll do one full one. We'll do a full one. We'll do one full one. I wasn't going to do a full one, but we will. But I've not seen these cracking gels before. I don't know if any of you guys have seen them before, but I haven't. What's that in there for? Put that in. No, I haven't seen these gels at all before. These. And I don't know how you pronounce that. It's M-I-Q-H. Yeah. And they're called crackle, crackle gel. And they've all worked so far by this one, which is LWJ13. And it's the only one. It's like a really limey greeny colour, but I've tried it on three different times, three different ways, and it hasn't worked. Right, so we'll do this one first. We'll put all the colours of the rainbow. Get loads of this yellow that I've just knocked over up. Use that. That's the only thing with the pigment. You've got to make sure that that it's really, really in, because if you don't, it will just blew off the excess. I shouldn't really do that. Probably gone all over my floor now. Never mind. I don't mind if it's a bit mixed up, it's fine, as long as it's got a bit of colour. But yeah, you have to make sure that it's really in, because like I say, if you don't, it's going to go all in your base coat, whatever base coat you use. It doesn't matter, but so for me, the way I've done this, and again, I don't know if I'm right, it's just the way I've done it because it's worked for me. If you cure the gel that you're going to put the pigment on for 30 seconds, the pigment will stick really well, in my experience. And then you've got to make sure that it's really dry and there's no pigment coming off before you put your base coat on. And then if you do 30 seconds for your base coat, which I'm putting on a base coat now, best not be any more in that. Just want to make sure there's no more in that. No, there's nothing coming off now. No. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, so if you, and then you cure the base coat for 30 seconds, and then you put the crackle paint on. That's what this is called, crackle. And also check your brush, make sure there's no pigment on the brush when you put it back in the bottle. So give that. I won't give it 30 seconds till I've done this one. I can't believe I've done this. How awkward did I have to make it for myself? Foolish girl. That's what my mum would probably say if she were alive. She'd say, you foolish girl. Let's try. I'll just try this orange. We'll try this peachy colour. It's slightly different. I just want to make sure that green's in. And it is a bit of a messy process, this, as you can see. Make sure it's all on, not coming off. There's no more. Oh, I need to put a bit more orange there, look. And these colours, these pigments, I wouldn't worry too much if they don't come through brilliant. Just make sure they're not coming off. No. Because you will, because they're neon, you will see it when they start to crackle. But as I say, it's the first time I've done these, and I've never used it before. There is some on that. Just bear with me, I need to get this off. I need to make sure it's all off. Yeah, I think that's off. I'll give those 30 seconds. This is going to be really fun, this, isn't it? Trying to get this black on this. But what I might do, I might I might use this black paint, this one, and just go around the edges where the edges are, just to neaten it up a little bit really. So we've got these two. Gosh, this is going on a bit, isn't it, this video? The last one, I'm probably just going to do the same. I'll probably leave the last one actually. Right, so we're going to do a full colour one. Now I did find that if I put too much of this on, it just wouldn't work. So I'm quite sparing with it. I don't want to, you want to make sure there's some on, but just, well, I can't explain it really. And also, don't worry if you've got little gaps, because it's going to crack anyway. To be honest. No, I'm not too worried if this isn't perfect, because I'll clean it up. You see, the thing what I found with this was, I'll show you, I'll try and mess up, well, you'll see, you might see with this one, you can't, I can't explain it. Like you can be really tight, nice and... Sorry guys, it just went off. So, what I was saying was, if you put it on too heavy, it won't, crack as much, because I think I've done that with that one that I've done. Well, you'll see, I'll show you. So I will leave these for a few minutes, come back. I'll probably just neaten up around the edges with some of the liner gel, and then we'll come back and we'll start top coating. I'll be back in a minute. So these are what I'm finished with, guys. So I ended up putting a top coat on, and I did do that one in the end. And as you can see, because I've used too much of the black, it hasn't cracked as well. But the others, they've done pretty well. But I really like this stuff. It's really good. Yeah, really impressed with it. So that's what I ended up with using the pigments and these crackle gels. And I'll show you, these are some of the other colours that I've used. So that's the pink. So you can see it's cracked. It has cracked. And what kind of cracking you end up with, it's anybody's guess. That's the white on black, obviously. Blue on white. No, that's black on white and blue on white. Sorry. Right, yeah. This is black on silver. Silver underneath. You can still see it. This is red on white. So, it's just as effective on white as it is on the other colours. This is the purple and the green. That's the purple one and the green one. So I've used quite a few of them. I don't think I've used them all yet. Oh, that made a bit of a boo there, look, but you get the idea. It's still cracked. There's a shorter one over here, so it's usually like that. So, and then this is the pigmented one that I did. Just a light all the way up and down, so you can see. But I haven't top coated any of these. So that's there's 12 colours, and like I say, most of them worked except this LWJ13, this yellowy green colour. But yeah, I think they're really good. Yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think. But I have tried most of them, and I'm pretty pleased with most of them. Yeah, really good. Now, like I said, they do take a while to crack, and if you use too much, it goes a bit messy. But sometimes when you get something new, you've got to crack a few eggs, haven't you, to make an omelette. So yeah, I'd like to know your opinion and let me know what you think. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. But they are, sorry, I forgot to say, these are from Temu. I think they're about £12 for 12. They're only 7ml bottles, and it is a slow process, but I mean, they're super good. I really like these. They're really cool. I mean, they might not be the best set, but I like the effect. I think it's really cool. So yeah, and like I say, if you give me a thumbs up, that'd be fantastic, and subscribe, that'd be brilliant. And leave me a comment. I will always reply. Thank you for all you people who do return and leave me comments. Much appreciated. then yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.